most companies now charge $150 a year. Maybe break that down in math, it's like $12 a month.
Yeah.
Generally, a renter's policy is not going to be a lot more than that unless you start adding a lot more coverages as far as your contents, you know, and things of that nature. They just go with the bare minimum 20,000, or not the bare minimum, they go 20,000 is usually the minimum. By the time you factor in TVs, DVD players, you know, maybe a gaming system, your computer, on and on. Electronics are going to drive that value, basically. Because, you know, at your age, you probably haven't went out and bought a $2,000 dining room set, basically, is what I'm trying to get at.
No, not yet.
So, you know, for younger people, you know, that value is driven more by electronics. Because, you know, a lot of your dorms, I don't know, for instance, these dorms over here, I don't know how furnished they are. They're not, so you had to move in your own refrigerator and
Well, they
everything?
have a refrigerator and oven, that's it.
And then you had to move in a microwave, basically? Okay.
Stuff like that.
Yep, so it would cover, you know, in his case, it would cover the microwave as well. It's not gonna have coverage for the refrigerator and the oven because it's permanent. Now, another thing that renter's policy is gonna do, and I'm just gonna use you as an example. If you had a renter's policy, let's say they have some friends over and they do property damage, that liability on that renter's policy is gonna help pay for that property damage. It's gonna fix the hole that got put in the wall. It's gonna, you know, fix the carpet that had something spilled on it, things of that nature. That's where that liability comes into play. And that's one way to look at it. Maybe they were burning a candle to get rid of some odor or something, and the candle started on fire. It would help cover expenses of that nature. Not only would it pay for the property they lost, but it would get the apartment back to what it was before. But usually, a renter's policy is just strictly driven by what it's meant for. It's not really,
What you all have on the phones.
yeah, it's not gonna be based too much off age or anything of that nature. The only time I can see that be where it would come into play is if it's a married couple that's older and they just don't want a home. But they have a lot of the stuff that a normal homeowner would have. Anything else?
With the recent hailstorm we went through, like as far as homeowners, like we fixed our stuff, but people that didn't fix their stuff, let's say, you know, they didn't fix it, there's damage to their siding or whatever, and then they sell that home. So the new person buying it, obviously, their insurance isn't going to cover that. Is there any way of going back and have the previous one covered, or?
That's
or
kind of
change
a,
ownership, it just changes, it doesn't matter, or?
if you guys can hear, her question was with this recent hailstorm, all the hail damage that homes had, or property in general. Usually if the current homeowner doesn't fix something, let's say the shingles are probably the most common, and I was in that same situation. If I decided not to reshingle my house, when I sell that home, chances are the banker is gonna make that house get reshingled.
On
Because
their
it-
expense.
Yeah. Or at somebody's expense. Because a banker's just not gonna allow somebody to borrow money on a home where the roof has been
Yeah.
damaged. I actually happened to hit that right when I was refinancing. I went through, I had all the paperwork, the banker ran everything through, she hired an inspector. 8:30 Saturday morning, May 5th, or something along them lines, we had hail like you would believe. You were here, you knew. I mean, the inspector came out, looked at my house and said, I deny the inspection because the shingles are shot, the siding is shot, and you got 2 broken windows. And I couldn't get the refinancing to go through until all the work was done. So usually a banker is involved in that as well, especially if, because, and the other reason is, you know, if you own a home and you have a mortgage on that home, the money goes to both you and your bank. Same with a car, you know, but the money goes to your banker as well. The banker's not going to release that to you until you do the work. And then once you get the work done, they give it to you to pay the contract. So it's kind of a twofold situation. You can choose not to do the work. Your coverage will be reduced to a point where it's not gonna be very good. And then also the banks are gonna get involved. So,
I have a question. I have a house that has a fireplace, it's
Mhm.
a wood burning fireplace right now.
mhm.
Would it, and I know that upped my policy a little bit when we bought the house.
A wood burning fireplace,
Yeah,
professionally installed.
yeah, it's not a stove, it's a.
Fireplace, like I have.
Yeah.
I have one as well.
So it doesn't, it won't make a difference if I change it to propane or not?
Oh, no.
Oh,
Not at all.
might as well just leave it, it's smell.
And then
And then nice wood.
I have 2 wood burning fireplaces and my company could care less.
Really? I
Yep.
thought that would raise my
No.
premium. Because
No.
when we went, I just bought a house in, well, it took forever, but anyway, when I finally did, I had went through a number of places and some of the quotes I got were outrageous.
Mhm.
And then I went through the bank itself in Wells Fargo and they gave me a quote and yeah, I'll go with that one, which just amazes me the difference.
Usually a wood burning fireplace don't matter because it's
No, I
built
just-
into the wall.
I think it was, I should go look at the fine print of the policy that I actually got, because I'm wondering if it's very fair,
I would.
basic.
It wouldn't hurt to ask anyway. A lot of companies now, like in your case, my company would come do an inspection and make sure the fireplace is safe.
Yeah.
Where you get to where you have an extra premium is when you have wood burning stoves.
Really?
Yep,
They're more dangerous.
they're
than
more
fire.
dangerous because they're freestanding wood stove.
Yeah. Because, actually, people talking about taking the money, I have a very nice rug in front of my fireplace because the people who owned before us, their log had rolled out in front of the carpet, and they took the money and did
Yeah,
replace
see,
the
we
carpet.
just got a
And
different
the
place
banker
and
allowed
there's,
that to go through.
Yes, they did.
that's why I asked. We just bought a different place and there's damage to the siding and they didn't
Yeah.
turn it in and it's like, would've been nice, you know, but.
See, and that's where our company would probably came in and made you replace the floor.
The carpeting.
No,
There
the
was-
floor.
Oh, the whole,
Well,
they didn't
whatever.
burn down to the floor.
Okay.
Yeah,
It had carpet in front of it?
right.
Okay, that's.
First thing what we're gonna do is, when we do, is we're putting tile there.
Yeah, because a lot of wood burning stoves or fireplaces,
Yeah.
they require so much room from the
Well,
fireplace.
I have I don't know what you call it, like a place to sit,
Mhm.
and then that's this far, and then it's the carpet. So
See,
it's
my-
standing up, but we're gonna, when we take it out, we're gonna put tile there and then the carpet, we've already planned it. So we don't have no more rolling logs.
Yeah.
Yeah, but wood burning stoves are usually worse because they're freestanding and the piping is exposed. It's not in the wall. You know, wood burning fireplace, the pipe is gonna be right here.
Mhm.
Insurance companies and people that install them require pipes to be so far from the wall. I think they gotta be 2 foot. So a pipe can't run right beside the wall. It's gotta be out here. And then it's more exposed. So that's why premium's usually higher for stoves. Because A, they can start fires easier, and B, a little kid can walk up there and touch that pipe and not realize it's hot and burn themselves.
Oh, my sister, take her stove off, she doesn't use them. You know, it just sits there, so
Yeah.
it'll probably lower their premium.
So, yeah, stoves, you know, but people use auxiliary heat. You know, whether it be wood burning stoves or portable heaters, whatever the case may be, so. Anything else from anybody? Like I said, I'm very informal, I'm here to kind of help you.